Happy post-draft Saturday, everybody. How are we doing? Well, we got Josh Allen flying out of the tip cup. Hello, how did everybody's team do? I am pretty all right with Buffalo's picks. We got a pretty top tier corner. We have the younger brother of Dalvin Cook in the backfield now. I would say that's pretty all right. What is going on, Sean? Oh, thanks, man. Just got out of the shower. I do. That is a fact. We did draft the punt god, Areza. He is the Josh Allen of punters. Who's your team, Sean? Are you a Jets guy or a Giants guy? Baltimore? The Washington Commies? Giants. Yeah, you guys went wide receiver. Hold on. Let me get my cheat sheet here. I have a dynasty team. What's going on, Creepa? What'd you guys get? I have two dynasty teams. So I was doing my Wan'Dale Robinson for the Giants. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit of a head scratcher. You could have had Mechie or Pickens or Sky Moore, and you went Wan'Dale Robinson. So we'll see if your GM is smarter than the rest of the NFL. What's up, T-Money? Yeah, so I have a dynasty team. So I wrote down as they were being picked the top 50, actually, the top 40 offensive weapon players: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end, so that I could create my big board, because I pick 2, 3, and 10 after trading out of the first overall spot, because I don't like Breece Hall going to the Jets. So I have an agreement. I traded one away, and part of the trade is they must pick Breece Hall. And I got 2 firsts and a second for the pick, and I'm fine with that. I didn't need 3 ones. I took 114 this year, a first next year, and 209 this year. And then I converted one of my other second-round draft picks in 114 into 110, so I can maintain picking 3 in the top 10, which was my goal. I'm not going to share my big board with you because my draft is next week. And some of the people that are in that league are occasionally in the chat and watch the videos, so I don't want to tip my hand that I am picking 2 tight ends with 2 and 3 overall. Good safety for Michigan, that is true. Yep. Yeah, Creepo, you don't have much to worry about there, man. I really liked the Rams' first-round draft pick. I think that is going to be instant success for them. For those who are wondering what the punchline was, they didn't have a first pick. We sold some boxes, so I do have some stuff to open up. What's going on, Don? Let me square these away real quick. For those who don't know, Holy Ship only has 16 boxes left, and we are pretty certain 5 hits still. So roughly a 1 in 3 chance. Oh, yeah, Don, he did. Yeah, he got to go see Rick Jenneret's last game that he called against the Blackhawks. They brought him in. Josh Allen, of all people, brought him in. And he got a round of applause. What's going on, Bourbon? A.J. Brizone. Yeah, I am not only a fan of the A.J. Brown trade, I am also a fan of the Marquise Brown trade because I have Hollywood, and I like him better there than in the Ravens. I think A.J. Brown's replacement is now going to be gangbusters. So yeah, a lot of movement, man. A lot of really good wide receivers. 6 in the top, what was it, top 18? 6 in the top 18. Going on, Ice Wolf. New England Patriots with the biggest question mark. They made a strange pick at the end of the first round. They picked a guy named Strange, where a lot of people had him pegged as a third-round talent. They decided in the first, but hey, Belichick knows more than we do. So we should probably just trust that he knows what's going on. I just want to say, whatever master of amazingness made it so that when you turn the box sideways, the pitchers line up, that person is an effing genius. And by effing, I mean fudging. All right, let's see who these are for. Surprise, surprise, they are for Bourbon. Hey, Bourbon, would you like to see what's inside of your boxes? You can say no. I'm going to open them anyway. Hello, everybody. All right, let's do it. Boxes 7, 22, and 8. Oh my goodness, if he hits 3 out of 3 hits, I quit, I retire, and I'm not doing it anymore. Good luck, bud. Hey now. Don't get to see it from that angle very often. Again, beautiful purple sky. Dig that. Just pops right off the card. Here's what I need to do. I need to get like an 8K camera that barely can transmit the definition. It's so good. So that you guys can begin to understand how nice these are. What's going on, Murph? How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? The Above the Bar podcast. If you're not watching the Above the Bar podcast, you stink. Oh, man. Blue, you're my boy. Oh, ladies, Blue Almanac, one of the oldest, and I don't mean by age. What I'm saying is one of the longest running followers of mine, Blue Almanac. He may or may not be Hollywood elite. We're not allowed to talk about it. But there he is, Blue. I love you, man. Glad to see you, and I hope you and your absolutely lovely family are doing well. We are opening up some art. Oh, look at that. And so listen, the ship is chrome. And I would say Lee Cozy did a fantastic job of making it look as such. Oh yeah, Bourbon is all in. It's, as a matter of fact, Blue, you're watching Bourbon's breaks. I like it a lot. All right, Murph. Enjoy your lacrosse. All right, Bourbon, I give you permission to have a hit in this next box. 8 out of 50. I love it. Even got the lettering in. Okay, you have to realize this is the size of a football card. This is a standard art card size. Do you realize how difficult it is to make those finite details on... I caught myself almost saying something that sounded bad. That's ridiculous. You got some Star Wars, you got some Star Trek to add to your collection. Speaking of Star Trek, wouldn't it be cool to have some Star Trek stuff to open as a nice break? I think it would be. So, as a reminder, if anybody manages to hit Cloud City, Mrs. the Breaker has authorized me to go very aggressive in trading for said piece, as she wants it framed and on the wall. So if you want in on that insane action, you're going to need to buy. I know, right? Bourbon doesn't strike out very often, but hey, let's call him Casey. because the mighty Casey has struck out. Trevor's baseball cards will get that analogy. He knows that poem. He has actually the first stanza tattooed above his tailbone in a very nice tramp stamp calligraphy. I may have seen it. Just saying. Some tasty juice, eh? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the best thing about my show. Salute. I can have a little scotch, and it's okay. Ice Wolf, I know how that works. Well, in true Hollywood fashion, Bourbon says, F your couch. I'm going to buy 4 more. Mathematically, there should be a hit in there. What do you want me to write your name in? Gold, silver, or bronze? He's really contemplating. He wants to say gold, but he thinks it may be too gaudy. Bronze, baby. Good choice. At the next Comic-Con when I'm signing autographs, that's about as quick as I'm going to do it.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
It did escalate quickly. All right. Show me your hits. What's going on, Jedi? That's right. That's right. These are not Panini first off the line. You are not putting a down payment on a house to get a $3 card. Instead, you are getting this absolute moose of a vehicle. What's going on, Benj? Bonjour. Ça va? Galaxy Quest. The Protector. I have no idea how to work this thing. Just press the buttons like you would on TV. I just made it up. I pressed a different button every week. Try. Not Starship Enterprise. All of it. Wow, this one's just flying out of the pack. Must be a good one. Oh, it is. How about the Razor Crest? I am so happy. I am so happy that S&M are not here because they would be going ballistic right now. Dig it. This camera sucks. Goodness gracious, look at the Jets on that one. With the red sky. Bourbon nose. Gunstar. Uh-oh. Trevor is on the prowl. You've already got an offer. That was fast. Red sky at night, sailors delight. That is correct. Smoke in the air, sailors beware. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, you hot, sexy little mama. Boy, you look like you are just 4 parsecs away from us. Hey, what's going on, Brent? How you doing? Is that a square dish? You can say that again. Well, mathematically speaking, you should have gotten a hit out of those 4 boxes. If we had what we believe to be 4 hits left, you had about a 1 in 3 chance. So mathematically speaking, you should have gotten a hit out of here. And you did. Congratulations! It's just math, yo. It's just math. You know, if I know anything about the person who makes these boxes, he loves to tip his hand and let you know exactly what is inside each and every one of these congratulation notes. If you pay enough attention, something in the box will usually lead you to the answer. If that assumption is correct, then me and Bourbon have got some wheeling and dealing to do. Oh, do we? Bourbon. Bourbon. I have to offer you a king's ransom. Mrs. the Breaker wills it so. Oh, it is great. It is great, and I am gonna be coming at you hard, bro. Coming at you hard. Oh, this is a Mrs. the Breaker request. She's like, how this is her direct quote. How the hell do we not have that framed on the wall? Well, I think we're going to take that conversation to the phones later. And I'm going to have to make it worth your while, too, knowing how much you like the aluminum Falcon. Hello, Ninja! There it is in all its glory. Ninja, that is what she said. Salute. Oh, Bourbon, you don't have to be fair. I am going to offer something just slightly short of my house for it. Hey, listen, Ninja. I mean, come on. You are right. I am a boy. Of course I'm going there first. I do know everything you love. I absolutely do. By the way, shout out, Ninja, to the Patriots for grabbing the fastest wide receiver in the draft. It'll be interesting to see what they do. What's going on, Pando? Pando, how are you, friend? Nice. Yeah, I don't have anything signed by Babe Ruth. I don't. My collection is not nearly the depth and volume of those who surround me. I have an embarrassment of a collection, but I do have enough to get around. Oh, it's good to be seen, man. Good to see you too. So that would be what? 12 boxes, 4 hits left, so still roughly a 1 in 3 chance. Thanks. Creepa doesn't have a collection. He has an obsession. He doesn't call it a collection. He calls it breathing. What's going on, Dangle? How you doing? Slightly. Good luck, Bourbon. I hope you get a sweet plot of land and you invite me to come over. I saw Little Too Rich for My Blood, but I know it's right up your alley. Brent, every human being on the planet wishes they had Doug's collection. Sometimes I think Doug walks in and goes, man, I wish this was mine, just for somebody to say, actually, Doug, that is yours. All of this is yours. You own this building, Doug. This is yours. You know that, right? It's like, oh yeah, it is mine. Thanks. You're fired. Long day at work. Well, I don't work today. I work Monday through Friday at night. But today I did mow the lawn because it was finally a beautiful enough day for me to mow the lawn. He would say that. Oh yeah, that is mine. There's many times where he has approached Lee and be like, Lee, I really want this piece. And Lee's like, I hope so. It's yours. You already paid for it. I'm here to give it to you. I have seen that actually happen live. And I was like, dang, that's a collection. Oh, you work Saturday? Yeah, that's all right. But it's a wonderful Sunday for you, Ninja. ¿Cómo estás? Played some golf. Nice. Imagining Kibasa guy as the ball held. That's right. Hit it as hard as you can. Yeah, see, Lee will tell you it has happened. I was actually there. He's like, he's like, Lee, I want you to do something like this for me. You mean the one that you already ordered? Yeah, that one. Movies and a dinner. Nice. It's got the food hangover. 4 a.m. I go to bed about 2.5 hours before you wake up. Oh, Brent's working right now. He is on the corner selling his body to the highest bidder. Good luck, Brent. I hope you make a fortune. And remember, no kissing. Yeah. Oh, you want a drawing like this? Well, it's good because you ordered this one. Yeah, that really does happen. Yes, actually, I will admit, Dangle is, as much as I would like to insult the ham sandwich and say that he is a turd dripping in burnt hair, he actually cut the lawn last week. And that actually prompted me to be like, well, I can't be the schmuck here. I better cut my lawn today. And I did. And I waited until he was out front enjoying himself in the sun. And then I mowed the lawn right next to him, the same spot over and over again, staring at him until he finally got off his porch, and then I did the rest of my lawn. Doing something strange for a piece for a change. You're drawing it upside down. Mel, Bourbon got the Millennium Falcon. He did. So we got to do some trading, honey. You might be involved in this. Not physically, but in a collecting sense. In helping get, bourbon, yep, in helping getting this squared away. How do you go from bourbon to immediately trade wives? I don't know how to answer that. In the great words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap. That's what that is. It's a trap. Yeah, trade fodder. Language barrier, that's right. For those who don't know, Mrs. the Breaker's first language really, seriously, is not English. English is her second language. So every once in a while, my sarcasm and jokes are lost on her. I think that's what really got me into doing streaming, is because I couldn't crack any jokes at home. I needed a platform for people to enjoy my wit and culture, because it's lost sometimes. I'll have a banging joke like, oh, this is a well-crafted, joke here. And she's like, really? That happened? No, it's a joke. Oh. That's how it goes. 3 out of 7 days a week. Lee. What was that from? Oh, that was the time that Lee and his wife met Will Wheaton. And Will Wheaton wanted in on that action. Or at least his wife dreams. Right, right, Sean, I get it. I do. My sweet 6-year-old, I tell jokes to, and he'll get it. Half of them, he will be like, I can't say those words. Well, yeah, we know he does. We've been trying to get Creepa to hang out with us for a while. I'm starting to think he can smell me through the screen. Oh, you noticed Mel did that, as if he knew who Eminem was. Yeah, I got that too. I looked at that and I was like, of course he doesn't know. He's 6, and if he does know, we're bad parents. It was cute, though. I do have to admit. It was fairly well timed. She did think of that pretty quickly. 2 points there. All right, that's it. The last of them are on the shelf now. The first CD I ever bought was Boyz II Men Cooley High Harmony. The second one I ever bought was Doggy Style by Snoop Dogg. Except for The Meaning of Life. No, I get that one, Lee. Although Life of Brian has its share of full frontal nudity. Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger was an explosive album that made people stand and take notice. I love that pick, Ninja. Get Rich or Die Trying. Is that a little fitty action? AC/DC Live. I would expect that coming from one of my Aussie fans. But Jedi, I'll give it to you. Mel's first CD was Menudo. Surprise, surprise. In her defense, in Puerto Rico, the only thing you're allowed to listen to is Menudo. Anything else and they actually cane you. Katrina and the Waves. I don't even know what that is. Biggie, Life After Death. Classic. Both Use Your Illusion albums. Well, Lee, that's because you resemble Axl Rose. I wouldn't expect you to have anything other than that. Oh, Walking on Sunshine. Well, at least they weren't a one-hit wonder. Hey, man. Taylor Swift is a national treasure. I count myself amongst her Swifties. Lee, Lee, you're not Fat Axel. Welcome to the bakery. We've got pies and cake. Oh, goodness. Dangle wants to play. Want to play a game? Is right, Don? Walking on Sunshine generates about $1 million a year in royalties. Yeah, I'll take that one-hit wonder. Mailbox money. You must live in California, where that's real. Dangle-lang, dangle-lang. Good luck, man. I hope you get a hit. So that all the people that were thinking about buying in regret not doing so. I hope it's in the very first box. Just to stunt on those homies. Word. Oh, ha ha, yeah. This is low-key one of my favorites. Hello, big boy. For those who don't know, this ship cost $1 billion. It is. It is classic. Absolutely amazing. The only thing that could possibly make that any cooler is if you had an envelope that said congratulations on it, which you do. Oh, let's go to the television. How about a special delivery for Dangle? There you go, the Planet Express. All right, Dangle, definitely texting you, Bourbon says. I can't show you the back because there is a rough sketch nude drawing of me that Lee did. So when you get this, you're gonna want to flip it over, and you will be the only person other than me and Lee to see the nude sketch that he did. We're only asking that you don't post it because that was for our private time. And he didn't realize he actually painted on the other side of our nude expose. And we tried to vigorously erase it, and unfortunately the pen is dug in pretty deep. So, it's... Lee, Lee, I can always count on you to knock down whatever I set up, my friend. I may be the alley, but you are definitely the ball. Oh, sweet, sweet baby. Which one is he twisting? I'll never tell. It's a double, big boy. I'm going to take that as a fat joke. Oh, you guys are good. The next fad. Oh, still got another box to do. Dang, Bourbon. It's almost like you're not even trying. It's right, Lee. I was just thinking about what was going on when you drew that. California gets pretty hot. That looks like a Nautilus. Yamato. Old school there. One of the pivotal anime ships. That's why I don't know it. My anime is lacking, much like the hair on the top of my head. All right, homie, there you go. All right, take care, Creeper. Get some sleep. There you go, Dangle. Me and you, same page, brother. There you go. Go for it. Take a look. Oh, Bourbon probably has his DMs blocked. Be surprised if he didn't. All this scamming that goes on NFT discords. He did get the Millennium Falcon. That is true. Oh, the NFT discords are insane with bots trying to steal your NFTs. NFTs in general, you have to watch out for rug pulls. I have been fortunate enough to be in two really good ones that have already netted me a considerable increase in value, as well as additional POAPs and airdrops. So I've done good on two of mine. Derek got all cartoon ships except for Big Boy. That is true. You are correct. All right, so back to the draft. What was the biggest surprise, in your opinion, with picks or lacks of picks that you saw this year? We know it is a receivers draft, and oh boy, Panini is probably licking its chops at how many one of ones it's going to produce of wide receiver multi-auto cards. And by one of one, I mean they're going to have 15 one of ones of the same guy. They're just going to change the pitcher because they're stupid and are trying to milk as much money out of us as possible. Dallas pooping the bed in the first round. They must have gone defense, because the only thing I have on my list from them is Tolbert, because I only wrote down offense. I loved it, Mario. Excuse me. Yes, them taking a third round guy in the first is amazing. Amazing. Yeah, the Patriots, I mean, that wide receiver is their big get. They're probably just going to have Mac throw it as far as he can, which is about 25 yards, and have the guy run under it. An O-lineman? Yeah, I don't know if they really needed a lineman. I'm going to agree with you on that one, Pando. I'm going to agree with you on that one. I was looking at skill positions for my dynasty draft, since I have a lot of low draft picks. I am in I wouldn't say a full-blown rebuild, but I did sell off a lot of items at the end of last year to position myself a little bit better, knowing that this draft was a little weak in quarterback and running back. My wide receivers were the most deplenished on my team, so I wanted to go heavy with wide receivers. And I will be grabbing a couple in the top 10 is as much as I'm going to tip my hand. Since some of my league mates watch these videos. I mean, I pick second and third overall. So it's not like they can stop me from selecting who I'm going to select. But I'm not going to tip my hand who I'm taking with the 10th pick, because they can easily jump ahead of me there. I mean, honestly, the early second round in a 12-team The Jets had an amazing draft. I would say the Jets hands down won the draft. They did phenomenal. It's actually kind of scary if they can get their coaching in order. Wide receivers were all cannibals. Made the huddle very interesting, though. I do not play fantasy hockey. I am strictly football. I have 2 dynasty teams, and they keep me active all year round. We were making trades 2.5 months ago involving top 10 picks. I have one very active league, and I have one league that is so bad I'm actually walking away this year. I've told the commissioner twice that I'm not playing anymore, and he keeps sending me stuff saying, hey, you're going to be this, this, and this. And I'm like, no, this league sucks. You all are buffoons. I'm leaving. I was thinking about starting a dynasty league this year, and still thinking about it. I guess I need to decide in the next 30 days if I'm going to do that or not. But maybe I will do a post in our Discord and see who is interested. But it wouldn't be a thing for us to get together and all do a dynasty football. For those who don't know what dynasty is, it means you keep the players forever. And you every year you just draft rookies. YouTube Twitch League? It's quite possible. I mean, I'd feel bad because I have a microphone and I'd be able to trash talk the entire league. And it would be tough for you guys to give it back. There you go, Dangle. It is amazing. It is a really good time. It really is. I love it. The toughest thing about doing a dynasty league is the realization that every decision you make is a permanent one. Unlike standard fantasy where you redraft every single year, having to make business decisions has long repercussions. Do you take the veteran or do you sell off the veteran and get a young prospect? Do you trade your picks away because they come pretty valuable right before the draft? And that's key. It is key to have a group of people that can stay together. That's right. If you do a Twitch league and I give you any crap, you just send the replies to Don, and he will come to my house and punch me in the face. That will be your retribution. Don just repeatedly punching me in the face on a weekly basis. I will buy a mouth guard now. Yeah, Brady and Mahomes as your cues. Yep. That actually did occur. He did have both. We had a guy that had both. And it was just like, well, it's a super flex league. So it's like, oh, there's 100 points from just 2 players. Jay and Silent Bob hunting down internet trolls. That is hilarious. What do you mean you guys don't know what the internet is? I may be trained in the ninja ways. I may have taken some Bojinkan. untalented beer league hockey player, but you played. That is more than many of us can say. Speaking of, he's got a couple of new toys to play with. Yeah, if I created a league, it would probably be Superflex with a tight end premium, 1 point PPR, 1.5 point PPR TE. And I would probably, instead of defenses, I would probably have 2 defensive players to add intrigue. I would get rid of defense, since defense is an archaic form of scoring. I would probably make it so that you could carry 2 defensive players. And I absolutely would make you have a kicker, because kickers are what most games come down to. 5 goals in 7 years is 5 more than I scored. Although I did have a few assists. I was defense. I was the only one crazy enough to take pucks in the face and just be like, it's just blood. It'll go away. It'll clot eventually. I tell you, the scotch is not mixing with the tacos very well. Oh boy. What a bellyache. I should drink more scotch. That ought to help it. What? Hey, Google. What's going on, Andrew? How you doing? Cheers, mate. Appreciate you. I mean, Twitch is where it's at. We have fun on Twitch. Enough with the belly aching. I see what you did there. Oh, goodness. So here's the scoop. Schmuffalonia! What up, man? How you doing? So I may have talked to Doug and Trevor earlier in the week, and when I say there is a lot for you guys to look forward to, yikes. Get your overtime in now. Start saving. I'm talking a plethora of stuff coming soon. Yeah, yeah. Really, Andrew. No kidding. That's true. I love Tom Brady. And by love, I mean loathe. More Kaiser. Yeah, that's true. There is more Kaiser coming. Tom Brady, such a piece of work. Can't even retire correctly. He's got to cheat when retiring. He's got to fake a retirement so that he can go to another team and force the Tampa's hand. I mean, what a schmuck. Mount Rushmore. That is a highly anticipated one coming. The Mount Rushmore. That one is going to blow a lot of people's minds. I can't wait until we announce the new artists as well. Brady is the king of trolls. You are correct. Also, that reminds me, Lee. As some of you know, extremely devastating news in the comic book world with the passing of Neil Adams at the age of 80. An absolute unequivocal legend. The man did more for the hobby than you can possibly imagine. He did more for artists in the genre than you can possibly imagine. So, condolences and a quick moment of silence for Mr. Adams. Oh God, Lee, yeah. So Lee did have a personal connection to Neil. You're very welcome, buddy. And I am sorry for your loss. I may not have expressed it when you told me, because it was a little shocking to me. But yeah, Neil did way more than you can imagine. And if you really want to just get the tip of the iceberg of his legacies, just Google Neil Adams and art and who he contributed to and who he designed and who he worked with. Right? I mean, you have Neil Adams passing, you have George Perez not having much time left. I mean, these are the icons. These are the people that made the golden age, and well, that area in and around the golden age. And brought it out of the darkness and into everybody's hands and on the newsstands. But he, I mean, also an advocate for the artist himself. So there's a lot of people that do owe quite a bit of debt to Mr. Adams. I was not able to meet him, but everybody that has that I know has speak glowingly of him. Yeah, it's a sad week in comics. It really is. You know what I should do? Let me see if I can do this real quick. Boop boop. Excuse me. Oh, I bet it did, Lee. All right, so here we go. So as you can see, notable works. You may have heard of a few of these. Batman, X-Men, Superman versus Muhammad Ali. He's responsible for Deadman. If you don't know who Deadman is, it's actually a pretty cool concept character. He is a Hall of Famer, as you would know. The guy has done pretty much everything. And as I said, a major advocate for having the illustrators and the artists own their own work, which is something that up until he really bandstand for them was something that they didn't get to keep. There's Deadman. So thumb through, take a look. You're going to learn something in here, and you're going to realize just how much of what you enjoy is because of Neil Adams. It's all good, Schmuff. I get it, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Neil said he once was wandering through the DC offices and came across a room with an intern actually cramming original art pages into a shredder. Yes. Because back then, the artist didn't own the work. The comic book companies did. Now, the companies own the book, but the artists own the pages. He also helped secure pensions as well, which was not a thing that was given at the time. Artists were not taken very seriously. It was very niche to be an artist. It wasn't as Hollywood as it is now. Back then, it was like, oh, you want your start in art? You can start with comic books in the 50s and 60s. Oh, you're a comic book artist. There wasn't the benefits that they had today. There wasn't a pension. There wasn't a royalty to some extent, which sadly, there is actually not a ton of royalty depending on what you're doing and who you're working for. But at least you own your own art and can make a little bit off the side on there, which is another reason why, if you look right there, I actually have a few pages. I am getting into page collecting. That is true, Schmuff. Gil Kane got a lot of his huge art collection by walking into those rooms and just taking pages. Some said it was theft. Some said it was preservation. I am going to go with preservation because it's Gil Kane. Now, if it was Johnny Bum Ankle, that's theft. But Gil Kane, that's preservation. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, and I have preached this to DCD Collects as well. If you are a collector and you are into having something that is going to transcend a collection, get these pages. I have artists in the chat right now. Sean, Lee, Kaiser if he's creeping. Almost everything is done digitally. They do digital renders and send them off that way. Not a ton of artists are doing actual pages anymore. These things right here. These are going to be those things that in 30 years, people are going, oh man, that's how they used to do it. People collect pages from original offset printing presses because, oh wow, that's how they used to do it. History's going to repeat itself. People are going to, in this digital age, wonder how comic books and art was made back in the day. And these pages are becoming more and more scarce. You used to have 15,000 pages on eBay. And now any particular artist might have 4 dozen, and that's it. Neil threatened to quit DC and work for Marvel if they didn't return the art to the artist. And since a lot of pages were created by a penciler and an inker, it became common for one artist to get the odd pages and the other to get the evens. Many collections were separated that way, but at least they were not shredded. Amen to that, man. Preserve the art. And you guys, listen, I advocate collecting. That's why I'm with DCD Collects and not some fly-by-night bum who's trying to milk you for your money. Golden reached out to me on a card. Any concerns? No. No, Golden is pretty reputable. I mean, I can tell you I know a lot of people that have used Pristine and Heritage as well. The contract should be straightforward. I would just look to see about fees. They are going to get fees. It should be from the buyer, not the seller, and they shouldn't charge you anything to list it either. It is a lost art form. Thank you, Lee. And to finish that thought, it is all going to become digital. The pages are going to be a novelty. But in 30 years, people are going to want those relics. People want the papyrus, Egyptian manuscripts because that's the way it used to be done. Oh, it's all good, man. I can't stress it enough. You can still get comic book pages for between $10 and $10,000, depending on who drew them. But the average one can be had for a couple $100 and have a notable artist on it. Here's an example. This is an old one from the 80s. Di Zuniga. He is a Filipino artist. He is no longer with us. That is a page from Vigilante. As you know, I'm a Vigilante fan, the original Vigilante. I was able to snag that for $100, and then the fees were an additional $28. But it's just, they're not even this. It's larger than some of the modern ones, and they just don't put this type of line work in anymore. They don't do it. But they still, and I got this from Heritage Auctions, by the way. There you go. David Finch pencils inked by Joe Eames. You can get blockbuster people still for a fair value. I mean, you're going to pay 20 grand for a Kirby, 30 grand for a Kirby, and it might not even have a key player on it. You might get for 4 or 5 grand, you might be able to get a McFarlane. I know there was a couple of Neil Adams pages for 7 or 8 grand, but you don't need to go 7 or 8 grand. You can find something you like for $100, give or take 50. And know that you are holding a piece of art that is from a bygone era by something that is really not done anymore. And even now they are readily phasing it out because there's nothing to send. You don't need the artist to be in-house. You don't need him to mail you anything. Just take a digital and send it. Another thing that is pretty affordable are color keys. After these are inked, they will shrink them, they will print them, and then somebody will watercolor paint over them. Those can be had for $20 to $30. And even though the ink is not original, the watercolor is. Your grandmother made some amazing art. She passed away from Alzheimer's. But they are worth more than anything. Exactly. Precisely. Same vein, ink and pen. There it is. So yeah, I'm telling you, you want my piece of advice for collecting? Get some pages. I have been pushing DCD Collects, and I'll actually tip my hand and I'll say it here. I had an idea called Book and Page, trademark right now, 4/30/22. Book and Page would be a page from a comic book and then an ungraded copy of that comic book for you to see your original page in print. The problem is it would be like a $300 box or a $400 box. So it would have to probably be a limited run. But I am still pushing to try to get that made. It will be, they're not cheap. Like the ones that you get for $50, even though it is a page, it might just be a background with like 8 words on it. Like you're not getting a splash page for $50 and recognizing who's in the splash. But, I wanted to try to do that. Go with the page and book. So I will push that again. But if we do it, it is going to be a premium one because, as you can imagine, some of the pages are expensive. But it's an idea. All right, that aside, I'm hoping Bourbon doesn't ask for this. This would be a tough one for me to get rid of. He would have a better shot trying to get the Zatanna and Batman page off of me than that one. Oh, thanks, Schmuff. Appreciate it. But I digress. I believe in our Discord we were talking about Karen Gillum. That is a patch auto of her and Mantis. I thought it was cool. I got it in a pack of cards, an e-pack of cards. Apparently the girl that plays Mantis is a famous model, like runway model. She looks much different than her character. I would recommend you guys looking it up. Very distinct looking woman. All right, does anybody else have anything? Or are we calling it a wrap? Is everybody too tired from the draft this week? The silence is deafening. Lee says, I'm grabbing art to show and tell. Yeah, absolutely, Schmuff. Absolutely. It is okay. As long as it's not nudity that your grandmother drew. Oh yeah, forgot to tell you, DC, my grandmother drew for Playboy. That should make it even cooler. I'm gonna be honest with you, but yeah, my grandmother did. She was an illustrator for Playboy magazine. That's awesome. It's well shoot. It's all self-portraits. It's grandma drawn grandma. I mean, no disrespect. I'm sure she'd find that funny too. She sounds like a wonderful woman. Really, now? Lee, are you going live? Is that what you're grabbing for show and tell? Is that because you're going to go live? All right, I will actually look this up and I will show you on screen. Grandma was talented. I like Grandma's work. I see the spider. Got it. I see there's some hidden details in here. She's a wily one, wasn't she? A little star? That is a person's profile. I'm going to wager that, what, that's your mom's profile? Am I out of line by saying that's your mom? Taking a guess here. She's a freak. Oh, Greek. This ties back into Grandma doing self-portraits for Playboy magazine. I love your grandmother. God rest her soul, my friend. I hope she's smiling down at us and getting a kick out of this exchange. I really do. That is fantastic. I love it. I love it, man. Thank you for sharing. That is great. Good, man. Good. I don't mean any disrespect. It's all in good fun. I love it. You're in the Discord chat. All right, so if you're on our Discord, Lee is grabbing stuff to show. I'm gonna call it quits. I know it's only been an hour and a half. But I have a 6-year-old and a wife who has not seen me all week. So I am gonna watch we missed an episode of Moon Knight. So we have to get caught up. I know, I'm sorry, Schmuff. I do also have to be a husband and a father every once in a while. But with that said, listen, I love each and every one of you. I do. It's true. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know it's a little short this week, but we're going to get more time in the future. I am working on a major announcement soon that I think will have all of you guys Twitter-pated, so look forward to that. Take care of yourselves and each other. And have yourselves a great week. We're going to do it again next week. Same time, Saturday. We have less than 10. No, we have 10. We have 10 boxes of Holy Ship left. Only about half the run of Bounty Hunters left. That's it. So, not much left. New things to come, new announcements to come. But I digress. Again, take care and be safe, everyone.